Foster of Wellco and the Troy Chamber Board. One of your distinct advantages with the Troy Chamber is opportunities to connect with top business leaders, including members of the board. Continue on to learn more. Enjoy.
Hi, I'm Chris Hengstebeck. I'm the System Security Director for Beaumont Health System. I've worked with Beaumont for almost 30 years now. Worked up the ranks with the Beaumont system. I started actually as a security officer in 1980, right after I got out of Western Michigan University. Went to a dispatch promotion, then to sergeant, lieutenant, and finally to the security director at the Troy Hospital. After that, I became the director for both Grosse Pointe and Troy, and then just recently attained Royal Oak as well. So I have all three hospitals in three different cities. Wonderful job. My vocation, and that's what I call it, is to serve and protect the sick and dying and the people who care for them. And that's what I stress to all the folks who come into the hospital to work with us. As for family life, which is very near and dear to me, without a doubt my passion in life, I have a wife, Susan. We just celebrated our 25th wedding anniversary in August. Have a wonderful daughter, Daddy's little girl, Emily. She's turning 23 in October. My son Kodiak goes to Northern Michigan right now. He's 21 years old. And my youngest, Jake, he is actually a freshman at Western Michigan going into the ROTC program. I love them dearly. I live and die for them.
Chris, what do you like to do in your free time?
Free time, well, my core foundation is I've been brought up a Catholic and a Christian, so that's one of my core foundations. Along with that, I've been involved in the martial arts for about 30 years now with a high-level ranking. So those two kind of make me who I am. As for hobbies, I kind of go from scuba diving in the summer and the warm weather into hunting for the fall and the winter months.
Chris, what is your most favorite place on Earth?
Well, again, I'm going to be schizophrenic on you there. Without a doubt, my favorite place of landmass is Alaska. I lived there for quite a while back in the 1980s. Lived in a village named Ruby, which is in the middle of nowhere, with subsistence living with no electricity or running water. Nowadays, probably my favorite place when I can get away is to be underwater, in particular in the ocean.
Chris, what is your most favorite book ever?
Well, we've talked about that. John Krakauer is one of my favorite authors. It might not surprise you, but Into the Wild, Into Thin Air, books like that that are outdoor and real nonfiction adventures are what I most gravitate toward.
Chris, what celebrity do you most get mistaken for?
Well, believe it or not, in the last week or so I had a guy come up to me and thought that I looked more like Clint Eastwood than ever before. And I'm not sure that was a compliment or not, because Clint's in his 80s now. So I had to ask him, do you mean Clint back in the Dirty Harry days or now? So I'm going to take it as Dirty Harry Clint. And the other one, I'll have people come up to me actually in the grocery store and they'll ask me if I am Hugh Laurie from the show House. And I didn't even know who he was. So,
Chris, what chore do you absolutely hate doing?
I can't stand painting.
Chris, if given a choice, what animal would you be and why?
Well, going with that same schizophrenic theme as to a favorite place, an American eagle would certainly be one of my favorite. I would love to soar above the clouds and be able to have the eyesight of an eagle and see everything going down beneath. But again, getting back into the ocean, I'd love to be an orca or a killer whale. To me, that's the ultimate predator on Earth, and I'd love to just travel the ocean's highways and byways in search of prey.
Chris, if given complete freedom to start afresh, what profession would you choose and why?
Well, this probably won't surprise you. I love what I do. I made a great selection. I have no regrets. But if I could, and if I had the smarts, I think I would go back and be a marine biologist. I'm fascinated by the oceans of the world. It fascinates me that in this century we know less about the ocean than we know about outer space. So I would love to give my life to that type of knowledge. Hello. Welcome to the Sanmeikan Dojo. Sanmeikan means beautiful mountain place, which just coincidentally is the same thing that Beaumont means, beautiful mountain. It was named for that. This is where we do all the training at Beaumont Hospital for these security officers. They get 12 hours of physical intervention training annually to be able to deal with the more combative situations here at the hospital. This dojo is registered with Japan, so it's officially sanctioned. And it has many artifacts in it that are linked back to Japan. Way back in the back, we have the photos of the instructors who founded Aikido. Morihei Ueshiba was the actual founder. Gazo Shioda was the head of the Yoshinkai dojo. And then Kevin Block is my existing instructor. Again, I oversee all the physical intervention training for all of Beaumont. I'm a 3rd degree black belt, or a Sandan, and that's it. So Scott, you want to get some? Come on! Sure!